which is all those, this the wicked period, that wicked root is gonna be rooted out. You've been found to be the devil of the earth. You're gonna be tried, and you're gonna be judged.
Yeah, that's a lot, man. Yeah, second Ezra.
Second Ezra.
Second Ezra 13 and 8. Let me see. I would have seen the region. Yeah, it's okay. You want me to get straight to the point, or?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay. Second Ezra 13 and 7. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
That's talking about when they were, when they seen the fathership, so to speak, the big daddy, the big UFO, so-called UFO, the one that Yahushua was in. Matter of fact, you can back it up a little bit.
Second Ezra 13 and 1. And it came to pass, after 7 days I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that had moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with 1,000 of heaven.
With the thousands of heaven. So when it says every eye shall see, that's what it's talking about. Every eye is going to see these chariots when they come to not only America, but come to all the other places in the world as well. Like the movie ended. Go ahead.
And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
That's right. Just like in Independence Day, when they seen those chariots and the people, they trembled. The people were so afraid. That's because it's gonna be a scary sight when they actually see that. But the elect, the men of this truth, they know what that is. We haven't been ignorant to Satan's devices. You know, we watch a movie with a spiritual eye, so we know that it's actually angels in those vehicles, not little green men. Go ahead.
Got a preset. Psalm 68 and 17. The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels.
Even thousands of angels. The Lord said he can call a legion of angels. What was that? That's chariots coming down and destroying wherever he asks.
Like it just said right here, I'm going to read it again. Second Ezra 13 and 3. And I beheld, old school, back in the hood with some bikes. Come on, man. Second Ezra 13 and 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. So like I said, it's thousands and thousands, even thousands of angels, man. It's not, he can come by himself, but the angels is also going to get in there, man. Like when you see in these so-called alien movies, all right, it ain't just one ship that come down, it's multiple smaller ships with a bigger ship behind it. And like we always say, they get their movies from the scriptures, man. Second Ezra 13 and 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth felleth, when it fleeth the fire,
That's
when it
right.
filleth the fire.
That's right. And that voice coming out, that's talking about the concentrated heat, the lasers, fireballs, getting spewed on America. Like on, what's that movie with Tom Cruise? War of the Worlds?
Yeah.
That's a good example of what was depicted in that scripture.
And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number, from the four winds of the heaven, to subdue the men that came out of the sea.
That's right, because like Ronald Reagan said back in the 80s, what if there was a threat from outside this world everybody would just come together and put their differences aside, and they would fight that force. And he said that in multiple speeches. Why? He was alluding to something bigger. He was alluding to an event that's yet to come to pass. But he was putting that vibration out there.
But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not.
That's right. He said it was like a great mountain. And he said that it was flying. So, another example from the new Independence Day movie, when they said that the ship was the size of the Atlantic Ocean. You know, you can't see on the other side of the ocean.
You said it touched down in the Atlantic Ocean, one part.
You know, that's like 3,000 miles. That's basically like the size of America. That's why, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be so fearful for people. When you in your city and you see that little plane in the sky, but when you get close to a plane, the plane is huge. But you're going to see that chariot, and it's just going to be there. Yeah. And you're going to look there, and you're going to look there, and there, and there, and it's going to be there.
That's why I said it's going to be dark, man.
You're going to be on the interstate trying to get away from it, and it's still going to be there.
And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
That's right, they were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. Because they knew ain't no beating that. It's bigger than the country. We got these little warplanes. You know what I'm saying? They didn't came, in their mind, you know, they came from the other side of the universe or the galaxy, so they already mentally defeated. In reality, it's the Most High, so spiritually they defeated. So only thing left is the physical, and you're going to be physically defeated.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, and blast of fire, and flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude, which were prepared to fight, and burnt them up everyone, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived.
Upon a sudden? So it's like instantaneously. It's not like they were on fire for a while. No, they instantly were gone.
But that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid.
That's right. It even scared Ezra. He was like, whoa. You know, the weapon was that powerful that nothing was to be perceived but the dust from them.
Just like
and you
in
can,
War of the Worlds.
Yeah. And the smell of smoke. That's the only remnants of it.
You remember that look Tom Cruise had on his face when he got in the house and his daughter trying to talk to him? He just seen a ghost type there. Like he was in there like, first of all, he running through the street, everybody ashes and bones and dust is getting all on him, and then he go in the house like, yo, good. That's how people gonna be, man. Nah, that's it.
Revelation 18 verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquity.
That's right, man. Like I said before, the Most High remember your iniquity. He remember what you did to the Native Americans. He remember that you cut the baby out of women, use it for alligator bait. You know, you're not going to get away with this wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Whipping, slaving, you know, hanging the men on trees, lynching them, cutting off they ride, systematically putting them in the ghettos, chemtrails, GMOs.
Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works.
That's right, so everything you did to us, all those atrocities, is going to be done to you double, according to your works. You had us in slavery for 400 years, 500 years, we're going to put you in slavery 1,000. You cut our babies out and fed them to the gators, we're going to cut twice as many out and feed them to the gators. Get your Komodo. You might have a real one, huh? They said they found them. But shit, really a dragon is a dinosaur. Because, you know, pterodactyls and things like that, they got actual pictures that people drew from back in the day on caves and in paintings. So when the Chinese talk about dragons, that's all they was talking about was dinosaurs.
How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her.
That's right, man. This place is going to be judged. It's going to be beaten down, trodden down. All this stuff that you see right here, the Woodman Tower, you know, your mall, the Statue of Liberty, all that shit's gonna be powder, man, dust.
Second Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
That's right, it's gonna sneak up on you, and it's gonna pass away with a great noise. And that noise is from the nuclear missiles.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up.
That's right, the elements are going to melt with fervent heat. So everything that you see is made of an element from the periodic table. And all of that's going to be vaporized. Not only that, but, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So Revelation 18 in verse 7, it says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
And that's the stigma here in America. Everybody think that America can't be touched, that it's this great country, that, you know, nobody gonna ever come to here and take over, or can't be defeated in war. But you've been getting your ass kicked in Afghanistan, you got your ass kicked in Vietnam, and this third world war, you're gonna get your ass kicked too. And not only that, it's gonna bring the whole country down.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine. And she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judgeth.
That's right, man, because it only take 1 hour for those, what was it, a half hour? A half hour for those missiles to come over here. And it says that in 1 hour, Babylon's going to be destroyed. So, I mean, that's a very short time. It ain't gonna take that long. And it's not like we're talking about something that's gonna happen 20 years down the line. Because if you've been watching TV, then you know that Russia is on the border of Ukraine having war games, setting up troops strategically for this war to start. Same with China. Everybody's gathered in the Middle East right now, in Syria. Hey, Iran is threatening U.S. ships in the Persian Gulf again. Threatening to shut down the Strait of Hormuz. So everything's being set up right now. Like in volleyball, you know, when you're hitting it back and forth, and then you hit it up, and you wait for somebody to spike it, the ball's been hit up right now, and, you know, it's been ready to be spiked.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Stand afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in